Congratulations. You've either joined a new business, started a new business, or you're thinking about relaunching an existing business. And in this video, I want to share with you the fastest way to launch your business online in 2026. And you don't even have to cold message strangers, come off as a pushy salesperson, or pay for a bunch of expensive ads that you don't even know if they're going to convert or not. Now, this strategy is so simple, most people either overlook it or avoid it completely. But if you follow this strategy, you are going to be able to ignite momentum into your business and potentially even generate your very first 3 to 5 leads, sales, or customers. So let me show you how to do it so you make sure you do not skip this step, because you could start getting results as fast as today. Let me first give you a little bit of a backstory. When I first got started online, I was selling a high ticket program in the amount of $2,000 as an affiliate. And what I did was I went into the cold market. Now, what is the cold market? The cold market are people that do not know you. They don't like you like that yet, and they most certainly do not trust you because they have no idea who you are. But if you're new and you don't have a big network and you don't know a lot of people and you haven't built an audience yet, then our first instinct is usually to approach strangers about learning more about our products and services. But the problem is that we're approaching a market that may or may not have the problem that our product is trying to solve. So it's like you're barking up the wrong tree, and then it ends up in people maybe rejecting you or calling you a spammer. That happened to me. And what you really want to do is you want to put yourself in front of the people that already know you, already like you, already trust you, and they already have the problem that your product solves. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of my initial sales training actually came from the network marketing industry. And network marketing has kind of a reputation for being a little bit forward, a little bit direct, and a little bit pushy about how they do sales. Most companies that I've been involved with have this philosophy that as long as they have a credit card and a pulse, they are a good fit for the business. But the problem is that if you don't want to come across as a pushy salesperson, you want to have a match to that person's problem and the product that you're selling. So then the question becomes, if the fastest way to ignite momentum is to put my business in front of people that already know me, like me, and trust me, but there's a good chance that a lot of these people are not going to be interested in what I'm selling because it's like Uncle Bob, Aunt Mary, and these are the types of people that you have maybe on your social media, on your Facebook. Who in the world is going to be interested in what you're doing? Well, that is where we turn the tables around and we use a completely different strategy to draw people out of the woodwork from your existing audience so that you don't come across as a pushy salesperson and you get the right people to raise their hands to want to learn more. And one more point I want to make about starting to promote your business and going into the cold market is that some people, including myself, this is what I did when I very first got started. I went into the cold market, and cold market could be like YouTube, right? You might want to start a YouTube channel or start a TikTok where still that is cold market. You are like in phase 3 of building your business. You're like in the scaling part of your business, and we haven't addressed the warm market, the people that already know us, like us, and trust us, and exhaust that before jumping into the cold market and long-term organic marketing strategies. Because the truth is, as much as I love YouTube, and I have been on YouTube since 2007, sometimes it's just not the fastest way to grow. So the key is you want to ignite momentum. And now I can come onto YouTube and maybe talk about things that I've established enough of an audience that some people might be interested, they might raise their hands, etc. It took me a while to build even the YouTube that I have now, and it's not that big, right? So if you want to really ignite your business, you've got to get in front of the people that already know you, like you, trust you. That is your warm market. And I'm going to show you how to do it in a non-pushy way so that you can start generating some leads and possibly some sales and customers. Now, disclaimer, if you are sales shy, if you're an introvert, or you just feel a little weird about getting in front of like people that already know you, like you, trust you on your social media, this might feel uncomfortable at first. But here's the thing. The payoff might surprise you. I want you to think about launching as getting an airplane off the ground. An airplane doesn't automatically appear in the air. You have to taxi it down the runway, go full throttle, and then it gets lift. Well, launching your business is no different. And even if you've been in the game for a while, if you've never really launched and made like an official announcement in front of your warm market, you're probably missing out. Now, there can be instances where you make the announcement, you invite people to learn more about your business, and you really don't hear anything. I would then say try a few times because it could be an algorithm issue. Maybe people can't see your posts. There's a lot of things going on Facebook, but what I love about this strategy is that it leaves no stone left unturned, because what if there is someone right now that is observing you, but they don't leave comments, they don't like your posts, but they're watching you and they're like, wow, I can really relate to what she just posted. Maybe I should private message her. And that will get the ball rolling, because here's the truth. All you need is one person to get the ball rolling. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. It's a 4-step process. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to figure out what is the story that you have that relates to your product or service. So for example, if you are selling supplements, if you're selling memberships, there is a story that led up to you wanting to sell that thing, or wanting to, create a service around this thing. As a matter of fact, I was watching an interview the other day. It was really, really interesting. There was a gentleman trying to sell like dental implants, and the interviewer was like, trying to help him refine his message so that it could connect to his ideal customer. And she's like, let me ask you a question. What made you get into doing dental implants? And he goes, oh, that's another story for another day. And she's like, well, was your dad a dentist? Did you have some sort of something happen in your childhood that you ended up wanting to become a dentist? Like, what was it? Because when you figure out what that thing is, what the motivating factor is, and you create a story around that and put it out there, there might be someone silently watching you that is like, I can relate to that too. I have that issue too. And they solve that problem. Oh my gosh, I'm going to raise my hand and I want to learn more. So whether you're selling supplements, weight loss, memberships, how to make money online, whatever it is, what is that story that led up to you wanting to promote that product? Now, here's a funny thing. When one of my former students went through this training, she was able to finally get to the nitty gritty. What was the thing that made her want to promote the product that she was promoting? And when she applied this training, she started getting people out of the woodwork. They were raising their hands. They wanted to learn more. And even she couldn't believe that so many people were coming out of the woodwork. And it's because she struck a nerve. She struck a resonance, an emotional resonance with people that are going through the same thing that led you to want to share this product or service with others. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to clarify the story around why you are selling the product that you are choosing to sell. The second thing is to create leverage. You want to put that story in a video. Now, I did this and I made a video because I didn't want to have to repeat myself over and over and over again. So I made that video and then I was able to actually post it on my YouTube and put it on a sales page so that I could just send people to the page so that they can watch the video without me having to spend too much time in the DMs. So you want to create the story and then you want to put it in a video. And another reason why video is so powerful is because it's the next best thing from actually meeting you in person, and it's a fast way to gain the know, like, and trust factor. People can see your mannerisms, they can feel your energy and your vibe, and if they like you, they'll continue, and if they don't, they click off, and no rejection, no harm, no foul. So that's why I also love to implement video, because video will keep on working for me over and over and over again. The third step is then to create an invitation. So you want to grab that story and you want to craft it in a way that it becomes like a Facebook post. It's a raise your hand type of post. It's a post that gets people to like perk up their ears and say, you know, I can relate to that. That sounds like me. I want to learn more. So that's what you want to do. And then the fourth thing is, once people start raising their hands and they start appearing inside of your DMs, now you want to start having those conversations that connect and convert. You want to guide that person and lead that person into the next step. The mistake that a lot of people make is that they just start assuming just because they raise their hand that you can just start hard selling them right there in the DMs. And actually, that is where I take the opportunity to connect with that person, learn a little bit more, ask some specific questions, and then guide them to the next step. Now, I have a full training on exactly how to do this process step by step by step. And I will link it for you in the description box and in the pinned comment. And if you want to check it out, I highly encourage you to check it out. Now, once you have done this, I call it the invite and ignite method. Once you have done this, you may be shocked, like how many people come out of the woodwork, and maybe only even one person comes out of the woodwork. But that is one step closer to building momentum, getting your business off the ground faster than if you jumped right into the cold market, start trying to pay for ads if you don't know what you're doing, assuming that you're more new to the game. And this is going to save you a bunch of money, and it's going to collapse time. And the most awesome hidden benefit is it is going to start to increase your confidence. And once you start people raising their hands and wanting to learn more and messaging you in the DMs, you're going to start feeling that energy, the momentum that, okay, boom, it's like a catalyst. So anyhow, if you want to grab the training, again, I will link it for you in the description box right below this video and in the pinned comment. But this is the simplest way. It is a little bit uncomfortable if you are more, like I said, introverted, sales shy, etc. But if you really want to get the ball running, then I highly recommend that you do this. So if you want to grab a copy of my training, then again, go ahead and click on the link right below this video or in the pinned comment. So have you launched your business yet? What is it that you're selling? What is it that you're promoting? I want to know more. Please leave it in the comment section right below this video. So with that being said, this has been Barbie Figueroa with Personal Brand for Profit. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on another video. Bye for now.